He's gonna take on the challenge. If Barf accepts, Barf like has a tendency to kind of, yeah, if the player is not good enough, like he might just not play you. So you know he might just drop out. All right. Again, I forgot to freaking change the client, but all right, we'll just manage with what we have. So all right, so we're gonna have both players are starting as well. They picked random factions, so we're gonna have the players spawning here. You know, Barf's gonna spawn as Great Britain, and to the right, Mrs. FroschWcRiniger is gonna spawn as France. All right, so allies versus allies match. Generally not a very exciting matchup in general, allies versus allies. But this map right here makes it so that, you know, you're not gonna have any sort of we're not gonna have too much base camping on. You can see that kind of middle here. This is not the official revision, by the way. This is a revision I made before CLRF made his own. So I'm probably just gonna adapt that eventually. But you kind of have this pass in the middle here. So this start position of these players has this enormous kind of starting ore, so they don't really have to get out there and start grabbing spaces, which there are not too many of actually. You do have a small patch here, or I guess this is a natural expansion, or is this at least it's the closest expansion to the player on the right, and Barf has this same on the top, but they're pretty far away. And then you have this yeah, couple of expansions to the very bottom here, I guess, for the right side player, more or less, and the same at the top. So very interesting map, absolutely unique in all its ways, but yeah, no, there's not bad about it. It's pretty rough. It's a pretty good map, I think. I've only seen a few games on it, but I suspect it could be something good. So double ref here for Barf. I'm not sure if you have to do it on this very map. You know, if you just play it safe. But you know, the thing is that the travel distance here between players are very, very close. So if you're playing against a player of a lower caliber, you might as well just pop that double ref and just play it safe. Even rocket soldiers here for Barf. That's something. I guess it's just going to go for a small push here. Maybe like a light tank push. This would not be, I don't know, totally out of the question. This is going to be a war factory opener for Frosch. So, you know, Barf might, you know, I don't know, might going for a little harasser, which might actually work. Frosch also has not queued up any defensive structure, so he's playing. He's not playing very cautiously here. He's playing as Barf, so you know, I don't know. Maybe I want to be at least a little bit cautious. You know, Barf can be very quickly, you know, on your edge of their base and start harassing. There's the light tank. Fell up with the infantry. Oh, it's being spotted by the ranger though. So this ranger just got a golden golden spotter here. I don't know how to call it, but he sees this happening. So yeah, the pillbox is already prepared. I might as well just pop down the pillbox and just start another one. So he should be able to stop this easily. Yeah, okay, there's the pillbox right away. So this attack has already been thwarted. Barf is probably just going to pull back and not really bother engaging at all. The ranger is actually going to try to pick up the chase here. There is one light tank though, so this light tank could just go in here and you know, poke a little bit. Barf's just going to play it safe. You know, go for the bottom side here and just camp here a little bit. In the meantime, you know, Barf is just doing what he does best, is just getting his harvest up, and his expansion is going to come up in a very short moment here. It's going to expand up here. It looks like he's already planned out his expansion, so this looks like this MCV can just pop here. You can expand to the top, and you can also reach the 2 ore mines. So you can actually have a, let's see, this is just 1 ore mine, but you can actually have a fully functional base here with 1 MCV reaching both patches. Looks like that's his plan. Service depot is up for Frosch as well. His MCV is probably going to be right here. And no clear indication to where he wants to go. Probably going to go to the bottom here. But I did see the small little, you know, little group of forces here by Barf. So he should be careful. It looks like, okay, it's going north actually. which could be a problem because Barf, as we saw, kind of already moving to the very edge here. This is a really nice detail on the map, actually. You can actually move behind the base here, more or less undetected. So, yeah. Okay, Barf is actually going to... Okay, it's just going to drop this ref, and then it's going to move north. So this is going to be... Oh, this is going to be pretty tough here for Frosch. Barf... oh, okay, so Barf is going to expand up here, obviously. Yeah, right there. And getting his ref there. Frosch is a little bit slower than Barf in the base building here, so it's going to be a problematic situation for him. Already dealing with this little group of infantry. It looks like Frosch actually initially wanted to move this infantry and tank up to his expansion, but it was distracted. It's going to come in now, but is it going to work? Oh, okay. So the hand is revealed here. Both players nodes up. The forces of Barf is going to arrive here earlier, and the light tank might be a little bit of an issue here because it's going to drain the fire from the pillboxes there, and allow his infantry to do some damage initially here. Medium tanks should definitely target the pillbox. The pillbox has lower HP, and the medium tanks has a lot of damage output versus heavy armor. So you can see definitely Frosch has some way of coming in and doing some resistance. MCV is being repositioned there. Does he have another MCV? I mean pillbox. He's kind of struggling here to get the same. He actually got the turret up though. That's actually a big deal. And Barf is not being able to do anything about this little group here. Looks like Frosch actually is able to contend with this area. Okay, the MCV is down. If he can stop any mechanic from recapturing that MCV, that would be amazing. Barf obviously going for another little blob play here and going straight for the main base. Frosch actually has some... If he pays attention, he might... I don't think he's going to save the service depot. He's not really reacting to this. He's just so preoccupied in this top area here where so much stuff is happening. But he's down here. Okay, now he sees the MCV being attacked. It's actually... It's on move command, though. Oh! But he managed to kill off the tank just barely. But not before losing... Not before losing all the infantry here. And he's going to lose the service depot, which is really unfortunate. But at the same time, he did kill off Barf MCV, and he's going to be able to go in here and get his refinery up, if indeed that is what he's building right now. I really hope for his sake he's actually just spamming out refineries and just taking the advantage of this MCV kill. I don't really see players going for the mechanic too often, though. I think it's a lost opportunity. Barf blobbing, no way. Barf built his MCVs. Now it's going to go to the southern side. So this map is actually going to split in half for this game. And I'm actually happy to see that Barf actually lost. It's just going to make this game a little bit more exciting. The Barf blobs seem to be, being close to just doing some critical damage here. The service depot was lost for Frosch, but does have the expansion, and he might just get his feet up. Especially if he can get the harvester transferred here in a good time. This is something that, is one of the most easiest thing to forget about macro is the harvester transfer. Then he's going to be in a pretty interesting shape. Barf's going to move one infantry up here just to have a look at the ore here, and it gets killed right away, which should clue Barf in that Frosch is actually going to take control of the entire north side. Barf is on the entire bottom side. There's quite a lot of ore here actually for him, and I guess obviously Barf's going to come in with his army, but I think this is going to clue Barf into going for the raided dome at this time. Floating 6k, who is? It's actually Frosch. All right, so he is production. Yeah, okay, so he's not producing from the war factory. I think that's the case because of the service depot went down, so he's probably just queued up a bunch of medium tanks and probably forgot about it. There he actually noticed it, so he's going to start producing probably just a bunch of light tanks, which would be okay. But yeah, like if you forget production against Barf, that's pretty much a death warrant. Look at this. There's one rocket soldier in this blob. If you can even call it that. This medium tanks can just roll in here and just kill everything. He wouldn't even need the infantry coming from behind to deal damage. Why is the service depot here even? Yeah, but this unless something insane happens now. Yeah. I think this base is gone, and also the service depot. 3 pillboxes is not going to cut it. Barf should definitely target these pillboxes, and he actually does so, and that should be it for the base. Very unfortunate for the game, because now it's just a matter of time, I think, before Frosch just gets so far behind that he can't really come back. You know, the service depot for some reason still alive. It's going to be taken down now. But yeah, Frosch is actually going for a counter attack here. There's 4 pillboxes here, but again, like the tanks are actually pretty good against pillboxes here. So if you can just quickly focus firing, Barf's gonna come. No, Barf is not gonna use his blob to come back here. So this attack might actually work, especially if the tanks are just kind of moving in here a little bit quicker. No, again, there's not enough. There's not enough infantry here for Frosch. I think he's still floating. That's actually too bad. If he had his production gone a little bit more efficient in this game, you know, he could actually do some serious damage. There's the radar up for Barf. We might see a artillery production here coming out here. Okay, this attack has been worn down. All the tanks has been lost for Frosch, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I have to agree with point 1. I think this game is now unofficially over. Right, Shivi, how is everything, man? How's your streams doing? How's your Pugby? I actually enjoy watching your players unknown. From time to time, you actually provide some real entertainment with your Pugby streams. I love it. Pugby is a game that I suck so bad at, but I just love watching others play. Just like when you're kids, you just go over to your friend's house and just watch him play games. I guess that's the concept of streaming in general. Alright, so the blobs are true, the blobs are everywhere. Barf is just kind of attacking from all sides. And Frosch surrenders. Alright, good stuff, good stuff. GG, good game though. This is not a total run over in the first stage of the game. There's a couple of things maybe there for Frosch to learn from, I guess. And but in general, you know, you're gonna play. If you're playing Barf, you know, don't expect to win. So you know, you should be proud of that game, I think.